Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallout Wasteland Warfare, and we are finally here. It is the Season 1 finale of Behemoth Task, and this is going to be set in the New Hope settlement once again, which is why it's set up before you. And due to the nature of the mission taking place in New Hope, there is not going to be any settlement phase. There's also not going to be any reward for a win because of the urgency of the mission at hand. There's a lot of different ways this mission could have gone in terms of like relative power level, but given that I've missed every opportunity with my poor band of survivors, settlers, whatever, to get power armor, defense turrets, better gear, they've all kind of fallen through. So scale back the mission a little bit, maybe a bit too much. Always worried about overcorrecting, but there was no way this would be anything other than abstract failure if the original version of this went ahead with the even caps amount on both sides. So caps wise, the New Hope settlement is way in front, but with the enemies present today, that might not matter. So I don't want to go into too much detail until we've covered the quest overview. So let's see what awaits us, and if you want some information about Season 2, hang around till the end of the video. Quest 12, a Behemoth Task. Quest Overview. A wounded supermutant hound stumbles into New Hope with the message "You'll get yours" carved into its very flesh. As it drops dead, a looming shadow appears on the horizon. Supermutant behemoths are about as dangerous as they come, and one looking for its lost hound just found New Hope. Using the settlement radio, the Brotherhood of Steel are contacted for help, but it will take some time. There's no choice but to fend off the giant monstrosity and any other supermutants in tow. So there you have the quest overview. I'll leave you to determine the details of why this is happening. But the plus side to taking place in the New Hope settlement means that we have to use, or get to use, everybody. So Mr. Freetech is joining us, and the as of yet unnamed technician who's going to be using the Sturgis model and card is also helping us along with the usual array. And we have full access to our stock of items. So to that end, the sole survivor is taking the hunter's hunting rifle, the settler at the back there is taking the laser rifle, and the scavenger on the right there is taking the incendiary assault rifle. Everybody else is equipped as they are. So combat shotgun, dog bite, Mr. Andy Flamer and buzzsaw, and what is it? He's got 44, I think. Where is he? I've lost his card. Yeah, 44 revolver, because he specialises in that. And we've just got to buy time. We'll cover the mission specifics in a second, but we've just got to buy time until the Brotherhood of Steel arrive. There is, again, a bunch of other ways this could have played out, depending on what happened in the season. For instance, befriending a local vault. They might have been able to help out. Doing any other number of other things, but such as it is, the Brotherhood is the only faction that we did well with that is kind of like in our good books, or we're in their good books. So we have to rely on them, which may have consequences of their own. We'll see. So I have set up the defenders of New Hope, and then also set up the enemies that are coming to claim their, well, it's a corpse at this point, but just to demonstrate where it keeled over with the message carved into it, there's the supermutant hound that limped into the settlement. So that's what they're after. So before we talk about how we're going to play this mission out, I have to cover who the enemies are. And again, this is to try and balance things out so there's even the slight possibility of a win. There's just going to be two normal super mutants with bolt action pipe rifles. They've got like 8 health each, or 6 health each. And then, of course, we have the behemoth of a problem. We have the super mutant behemoth itself. It's got unnerving presence, so any skill checks not attacking it are a -2 to the result. The thing itself has like 4 armor, or 3 + 1, 16 health. It attacks at range orange in close combat, so it doesn't need to be in base to base, and it's going to be a beast to take down. Although we don't actually need to kill it, we just need to survive, or rather the settlement itself needs to survive 5 turns. Although if they get wiped out, that'll be an instant win. I don't know if that will happen, based on how the rolling from the poor settlers have gone for the preceding episodes. Probably won't, but who knows, this might be where they actually do something heroic, which would be very nice. The Supermutant Behemoth is starting where you saw him. His only goal at first will be to get to the Supermutant Hound. Anyone who gets in his way gets smacked. Once he is at the Hound, he is enraged and will attack the settlement itself from roughly there, because again, he's got range orange. The settlement, both buildings are going to have 10 health. If he manages to destroy both in 5 turns, we lose, and also the settlement is gone. and we'll have to start from scratch in the next season. Even if he only half damages it, that's still going to have consequences as well, I'm sure, but the team is set up to try and hold off both the behemoth and the other supermutants. The other supermutants are just going to try and kill. They're going to be, they're enraged already, they get what's happened, they're just going to come forward, attack. So we have everyone set up, Dogmeat's at the back there, the Scavenger's up there, Pennyworth is over there, the Free Tech's up front because he's got a shotgun and is also worthless, although he might prove me wrong, I guess. So with that, let's see how this goes. Jump into the first battle round. The super mutants are going first. So the super mutant to the left of the behemoth activated first. He moved up yellow and is firing his bolt action pipe rifle at short range into the Free Tech, who is behind cover, which brings the super mutant's skill down to 2. And he's rolling a green and a yellow. And he, oh no. Okay, so he got a crit and destroyed all the armor. I presume that also applies to the bonus armor given by cover. I presume it's not super armor or class as super armor, which means he just dealt 2 damage to the Free Tech, who has 2 health left. Ow. Well, the other super mutant would probably end up shooting the Free Tech first anyway because he's the closest target, so I'm going to make him try and be brave. He's charging forwards and he's going to use his combat shotgun, but because he's not shooting at the super mutant behemoth, that -2 is bringing him down to just a crit only. I'm going to have the dice tray over here. No, I doubt it's going to matter. 2 crits in a row and 2 rolls. It came down to 2 actually. Hang on, the 2 might be good enough, and it's doing 2 extra damage. Is this his moment to be a hero? He is normally skill 3, so that means he's currently skill 1. So 2 isn't enough. He would have done 4 damage. That would have been his moment. Oh well. Well, of course the other super mutant is moving up and is also taking a shot at the Free Tech. And let's see, he's at long range just barely, so it's just a black die thrown in. Are you kidding me? He gets a save. Robin gets another shot. I need to double check where his save actually is. When he has armor, he has 1 armor. Actually no, sorry, because he is a Free Tech, not a enslaved tech. I believe he has, oh no, what's that? I need to check his card, because I need to check if it's extra energy ammo armor he gets or physical. It is physical, so he counts as having 2 armor. He blocked 1 of it, so he's alive. The fact that he's a Free Tech, not an enslaved tech, just kept him alive with 1 health. Oh, we're quickly going to retcon in a roll because I forgot that the Free Tech has 2 physical armor, not 1. By default, he would have had a total of 3 because of the 1 given by cover from the first super mutant that shot the Free Tech. So he would have had 1 armor left over after the armor breaks. Would have mattered. It actually would have. So he has 1 less damage on him than I've been saying. So he's actually still just at 2, which isn't too bad. So I think now might be a good time to see how the rest of this battle is going to go. I'm going to activate the Soul Survivor, and he's going to take shots with his Hunter's Hunting Rifle against the Behemoth at long range. So normally that would be 2 greens, but the extra black die is thrown in because the Behemoth is of the creature faction. No minus to his chance to hit because he's hitting the Behemoth itself. So that is going to be 5s. First shot is good with 2 armor breaks, so that means the Super Mutant Behemoth is down to 1+1, I believe. I'm going to double check just to make sure. He's normally 3+1, so yep, he is 1+1 against 2 damage. He only gets the super armor, so he takes 1 damage all in all of his many healths. And then the next shot. Oh, wow. Okay, this is much better. So there's 4 damage coming in against, that would be 2+1 armor. And he blocked only the 1. So he just took 3 more. So he's actually just taken 4 hits in total, that is. That's really good. So the Super Mutant Behemoth activated and he charged forward in a rage twice. He smashed through the wall there to get rid of the cover as well. And he has now seen that his poor beloved Super Mutant Hound is deceased. So he is enraged, and as of next turn is going to walk up to the building and start smacking the building, or if there's a human shield in the way, he will smack them. And I think on a blue die, if he gets a certain result, it becomes AoE anyway, so you could hit both. But now he has to weather the storm, and I'm starting to regret potentially maybe only making there be 3 enemies if I can get a few more shots like the Soul Survivor did, because he did very well. 4 damage against 16 health. Let's have our engineer slash new tech going next. Sturges, for lack of a better new name, we'll see. He's using his 44 revolver at point blank range. It's got range blue only, it's got no long range profile. 2 yellow dice. Normally he's only skill 4, but he's got speciality for the 44 revolver, so that becomes a 6. So 2 shots, needing 6s. That's a big fail. And then the next one. is a crit for 1 extra damage. Its base damage is 2, so that is 3 damage coming in against the full Super Mutant Behemoth's armor of 3 plus 1. He blocks 2 of it, takes 1 damage. Not bad. So next up, from a sniper position, the Scavenger is going to fire with his Incendiary Assault Rifle at the Behemoth, and his shot chance is not great, it's 3s. So that's a big miss. Then next shot, come on. We're getting a lot of crits today for both sides. So that is a crit. The blue die, does the bottle cap do anything? No, it has to be a star to burn him. But that's okay, because that's 3 damage coming in. Super Mutant Behemoth's energy... Actually, no, it doesn't count as energy. Sorry, it is still physical, so it's 3 plus 1. That didn't really roll, but unfortunately that does mean he blocked all of it. So then our Settler is going to activate, and definitely should have swapped her and the Scavenger's positions and setup incidentally, but either way. Laser Rifle, base range is black, and long range is black plus black, but she can reach the Behemoth with just the 1, so it's a blue die and a black die, with the black die the blue die potentially doing a burn or ignoring some armor, and it's energy damage, needing 6s. That is a success. Does the star do anything on this? Nope, has to be bottle caps for this gun, so that's just a flat 2 damage against energy armor of 2 plus 1. So just the plus 1, so that's 1 damage. Let me just put that on while I'm remembering. 1 damage. He's got 10 health left. And then the other shot, say 10 health, like it's going to be easy. 6 is good enough. Single bottle cap and double bottle cap. Presumably that means they both apply. So we're going to need to look at the laser rifle then, let's see. So the single bottle cap means 1 damage, ignore armor, but presumably does not ignore super armor. I'm not sure about that actually. And he is also set on fire. So let's see if the normal 2 damage coming through is defended against. 1 of it is. So the super armor would block 1 plus 1, so I still think 1 damage gets done. So 1 more damage plus he's set on fire. Well, I've still got 2 people left to activate with, so Pennyworth is just going to burn the Super Mutant Behemoth twice, and then poor old Dogmeat is going to be the sacrificial lamb to charge in against it to try and hold it next turn. So, it's already on fire, so that's not going to matter, but it is just skill die plus the armor break, and we are going to be needing 6s. We're not needing X's. X's are bad. Let's try that again. That is also bad. It comes down to a 7, so Pennyworth missed twice. You know what, let's just do the dog charge in the same activation, because that was nothing. So he's obviously going to get in because his charge distance is blue, is it? I think. Yep. So, normal standard dog bite. We need a yellow, a green, a blue. We'll take a black die for charge bonus, and we need 6s as well. Really good at... Never mind, not even going to finish the sentence. That would have been a really, really damaging attack as well. It would have been 4 damage. But such as it is, we're at the end of battle round 1. What horrible event awaits us? Cutting the deck, drawing a card, Dust Storm. Grenade actions can't be performed. Before any shoot action, test luck. Maximum total range is black. That's not going to matter because the enemies are right in our face anyway, so thankfully it's not going to hinder us too much as we go into battle round 2. So it is our large friend the Behemoth that's going to get battle round 2 started, and he has a dog keeping him pinned down currently. So he's going to try and deal with that. But first we have to see if the fire token disappears or damages him. So I have a 50-50 die here. X for it goes away. O for no. Let's see. No. So the fire stays on and he takes another 1 damage. So there is that at least, but he gets to act normally. So, he's been looking forward to this. Totally forgot to cover what he's equipped with. Incidentally, he has the default Super Mutant Behemoth loadout. He has the Fire Hydrant Bat, and he can chuck rocks from his shopping cart. So, this is his normal role for the Fire Hydrant Bat. Skill die, blue die, and 2 yellow. He is getting the black one because he is 13 strength. So, gets to enjoy that. And if he gets certain results in the blue die, a bunch of stuff can happen. His base skill for hitting with this, though, is I think it's just a 3. It's pretty low. Let's see, I'll double check in a second. Let's see what he rolls first. That's an 8 down to a 7. Let's see if that matters. Does he not have a skill? Oh yeah, he has a speciality with the Fire Hydrant Bat, so he's actually strength skill 5. But he rolled an 8 down to a 7. So the first hit missed. So he has to waste another action doing it again. 7 down to 6 is also not good enough. He actually just missed twice. That is not the result I expected. What would those have done, just out of curiosity? The double It needs single bottle cap to be range orange in terms of how many things get damaged. Star would be stun, nuke does 1 extra damage. That was lucky. I'm a fool to myself, especially because the Super Mutant Behemoth is right there, but I'm going to activate the free tech, and he's going to try and shoot one of the Super Mutants, this one right here. Unnerving presence of the Super Mutant Behemoth, I would say that's pretty unnerving, being right next to him, especially downwind. So, he's down to needing a crit, so whatever, let's try that twice. Been rolling a lot of them, but not when it matters. That would have been 1 extra damage. Let's try that again. That would have been 1 extra damage, but nope, 7 is not good enough, so now he's just standing there to waste the Super Mutant's turn to die to them. And sure enough, it's this Super Mutant, so let's see if he can do the deed on the poor free tech. At short range with a bolt action pipe pistol, rifle, sorry, yellow plus green, and needing 4s. That's a hit, would have been a -1, breaks his extra armor, which means he's down to 1. Which he does block, so he only takes 1 damage, so he's alive on 1. And then let's see the other shot, which is a miss. He gets to live for now. Also, that's slightly out of focus. Apologies there. It must have been because I moved my hand in front of the camera. Alright, I'm going to activate Dogmeat next, and so that everybody can get clear shots at the Behemoth, I want him to pull back. So the Behemoth is going to get an attack of opportunity at -2, so that circumvents his speciality with the bat. So it's just his base skill, so it's a 3 or less. And then we can actually cover Dogmeat's turn. No, that's a big miss. Dogmeat, charge range of blue. He is easily getting into here. So he's actually going to initiate a dog bite right here, which we can do real quick. Which is, no, green die, there we go. Blue, green, yellow, and we'll take a black die for a charge bonus. And that is 6s. He got it with a quick action. Bottle cap would have cancelled repair against normal Super Mutant armor of 1. Okay, he blocked 1, took 1. Well, the other Super Mutant is going to try and finish off the free tech, who's actually managed to absorb quite a few bullets, so that's pretty good. That is a hit for 1 extra damage. I should learn never to open my mouth before rolling dice. He's got 2 physical armor. Nope, never mind. He still absorbed more damage than I thought he would. He did okay. But that means the Super Mutant has another action it doesn't need to use of shooting the free tech. So I guess it would shoot into combat to shoot Dogmeat, because Dogmeat is the closest threat. So let's just cover that. He's +2 to his skill then, but it doesn't matter because he just crit failed, so never mind. Well, play our cards right and we can actually do a lot more damage to the Behemoth this turn. I'm surprised he's taken as much as he has already, which is just indicative of when I try and overcorrect or undercorrect. It's never what I think it's going to be like. I expected him to be as much of a bullet sponge as like Frank Horrigan in that Halloween episode we did, but whatever. Let's go to Sturgis. He's going to fire twice with his 44, and that is going to be a 6 because of his speciality. First hit with armor break and 1 extra damage, so that's 3 damage against 2 + 1. So he blocked 2 damage in total, took 1 extra. So we have, I'm going to need to stretch, apologies, 1 extra damage in right there. Second shot, no subtractions, so it's a miss, which is a shame because it would have shattered 2 of his armor. Well, keep working down that line. We're going to go with the Soul Survivor, Hunter's Hunting Rifle, short range, black die thrown in because he's shooting at a creature. And that is a hit with 1 armor break, so 2 + 1 armor. Only gets the +1, so that's 1 more damage, so we can actually just get rid of all that. Let's switch it to 5 there. He has 6 health left. He is dying a lot faster than I thought he would. Again, should not say that before rolling more dice, but hey, what's the worst that could happen? It's a crit. I did not get my comeuppance. Okay, so a crit with, I don't think the ball caps do anything. No, oh yeah, 1 armor break. So that is 2 + 1 armor. He only gets the +1, so that is 1 more damage done to the Behemoth. He has 5 health left. We could actually do this. You already know we're going with the Settler next with her laser rifle, short range, black + blue. Skill is a 6. That die rolled out, but it doesn't matter because it was a crit fail anyway, which is a shame because it would have done extra damage. Oh, I see. There's my comeuppance. It got delayed by a couple of activations. Well, the incendiary assault rifle up on the roof is next, but not great chances to hit. 3s. That's a fail with a quick action they can't really use for much. And oh, I definitely spoke too soon. This is going terribly all of a sudden. It's just down to Pennyworth now. You know, in Battle Round 1, I think I accidentally rolled just a yellow die for his attack, thinking it was his melee attack, but it was doing his flamer, which is just a blue die. So apologies if I did that wrong, because I'm pretty sure I did. Either way, flamer attack from Pennyworth. A crit. Does the star do anything? I mean, he's already on fire, so it probably doesn't matter. It would have set him on fire. You can't be double on fire, so that's fine. 3 + 1 armor. So he blocked 2 damage, he blocked it all. Other attack. That's a 9, which is a shame. Would the nuke have done anything? Yep, would have caused extra damage. Well, that was a quick turn too. Did not go as well at all. I think 2 damage done to the behemoth that turn. He's close to death, but it came at a cost. Time for another event to take us into the next round. Runaway Brahmin. Add 3 items, red, green and blue from the battlefield center. We don't really have time to pick up items, but I'll randomly do that and we'll see what happens. So as we start next turn, I'm just going to cover where those items went. I like the idea, I've placed them slightly differently to how the card said, but I like the idea of one being because that crate got smashed when the behemoth smashed through the wall, and then the other ones are maybe from a Brahmin that was safely hiding in one of New Hope's buildings, and then kind of fled because of the gunfire or sound of giant behemoth. Anyway, the first activation randomized for the AI was this super mutant down here. He is a little bit distracted by the item, so he moved up here, but he is going to take a pot shot at the Soul Survivor, who is barely in cover. Let's see if he lands a hit. He absolutely does. Breaks away the extra armor he gets for being in cover, meaning he has 3 + 1 super armor, which is just as well, because the super armor just saved him from 1 damage, but he takes 1 other. So I think I'm going with the Soul Survivor, and I think he is the best chance at dealing damage to the behemoth before he activates. So 2 close range shots, needing 5s, extra black die because it's a creature. That's, oh wow, okay, so that is 4 damage against 3 + 1 armor. He only gets the +1, so he just took 3 damage. Hang on a second, let's add that up. So that's 3 more right there. So that is what he's up to now. He's up to 14. He's got 2 health left. This could be the turning point right here if the Soul Survivor takes him out. Not with an 8 you're not, but you're getting closer. The behemoth activated next for the super mutants and has moved into close range to attack the Soul Survivor and also Sturges / Engineer. First of all though, we have to check to see if the fire goes out. It doesn't, and he takes 1 more damage. He has 1 health remaining, but is he about to do some damage? I mean, technically he should be swinging at the building, but he's not near the body of the building, so he is just going to swing at Sturges, his closest target, but there's a chance he'll get AoE depending on how this goes. He hit. Oh no. Do these bottle caps do anything? Yeah, he's range orange. I don't know if you need to roll separately for every target when you get that. Presumably not, because it has to be part of the initial roll. So he's doing 5 damage to the Soul Survivor and Sturges. Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry. No. The base damage of that weapon is 3. So he's doing 6 damage. Well, Sturges has 2 armor. No. So luckily he has 7 HP, which means he's alive on 1. The Soul Survivor has 3 physical armor also. Okay, he blocked 2, which means he's taking 4. Ow! Well, after dishing out all those pain tokens, I'm going to go with not Sturges and hopefully finish this behemoth off. The behemoth is not actually in base to base with him, so he can shoot normally because the behemoth has range orange on his close combat attacks. So let's just see how it goes and if he can do 1 damage. There's the crit, so down to the roll, 3 + 1. He fully blocked. Other shot. Also a crit, which is weird. With armor break, so 2 + 1. He fully blocked. It begins. So the final normal super mutant that Dogmeat's tying up over there is just going to try and use his bolt action pipe rifle in close combat because I think it still works out better than his improvised melee, because normal super mutants have strength 6, so they're not getting that extra black die thrown in. So, why am I holding the armor die? There we go. So he's -2 to this, which puts him at 2, which means that's a big fat fail. And then the other swing is a fail by itself, so it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Then it's just over to my people. And surely, I'm definitely not jinxing this by saying this now, surely one of them is able to do 1 damage. Let's see if the scavenger can be the hero we need. Close range now with this incendiary assault rifle. Still 3s though. So big fail on the first hit. I started with the weakest chance. We're building up to success, I have a feeling. Also a fail. Okay, I see. The settler, though. The settler with her laser rifle at close range. She's the key. She's the one who's going to do this. She's the one who's going to finish off the Supermutant Behemoth. Sixes. There's a hit with 1 armor break. And the 2 stars do nothing, sadly. But the 1 armor break is good, so that puts him down to a 1+1. And he didn't block any extra. The super damage, super armor blocks 1, but that means 1 damage does get through, meaning our settler, who probably needs a name now, has actually toppled the behemoth, and now there is no danger of the settlement itself being destroyed, but we do still have the 2 super mutants to deal with. Well, for this turn at least we still have Pennyworth and Dogmeat. Pennyworth moved up and is going to try and burn this super mutant right here now that their leader, or their biggest threat, is toppled. Let's see how it goes. Hits, double bottle cap does... I think you need single bottle cap to do something. Yep, so it's just straight 2 damage against... Let's see here. It's so weird that it counts as physical. 1 armor. Blocks 1, takes 1. Down to Dogmeat, biting this super mutant twice. No bonus because the charge bonus got used up last time. 6s. That's a 6 with an armor break and a... cancel repairs. Armor break puts him at 0, so that's just 2 damage through right there, so that's good. These super mutants I believe have 6 health, yeah. And then the other bite, take out his arm. That'd be very handy. Oh, that's an instant fail, that's a shame. Alright, end of the round. So as we go into turn 4 of 5, what is afflicting us? A downpour. Climbing tester -2, not going to be relevant. So top of the second last turn, this super mutant here is activating. Pennyworth is technically the closest target, so yes, he should shoot this as per the AI. However, at this point the super mutants are just being spiteful. They just want to get a little bit of payback for what happened to their doggo. So he's going to shoot at Sturges, and not Sturges, because he's only got 1 health left. So he's going to try for a kill to stop him getting a chance to shoot. Shooting into cover, so it's down to skill 2, but whatever, he's firing twice. Nope, okay, let's see how the second shot goes. Oh, no, it did hit for 1 hit. That's 3 damage coming in against, he's normally 3 armor, but the cover would make him 4. He actually blocked 4 damage. I guess he knew to duck at the last second. Good on you. Well, I'm going to make Dogmeat activate first, and he's going to try and take some more chunks out of the super mutant, because hopefully if he doesn't just outright kill him, he can maybe break his arm or something to make it basically impossible for him to land any hits. So, 6s. 7 down to 5, double armor break. That's fully through, so that is 2 more damage, putting them at 5 in total of his... Yeah, they are 6. He could finish him right here. Let's see if he can do that again. I should never say that type of thing before rolling. It's fine, it's through. It breaks both his armor. The super mutant is dead. Good doggo. Well, let's not stop the ball rolling. We might be able to end this a turn early. Soul Survivor into Soul Surviving Super Mutant, who has 5 health. Extra black die because he is a creature. Needing 5s, which he has just gotten thanks to those. That's 3 damage coming in against 1 armor, which he did block 1, so that's 2. Let's see, 2 there. Wait, that was an extra damage point, right? I just knocked it. I'm not imagining that extra damage point out of nowhere. Second shot. Oh, wow. Takes away his 1 armor, hits him for a total of 4. I actually just killed him. Okay, now I feel I did make it a bit too easy. The original version of this mission also had an Overlord and a Suicider included in it, but that seemed like I'd have no chance at all. I don't know. The Behemoth, when he actually got to swing, did a lot of damage. But either way, New Hope has survived this ordeal. And I know there was a Brahmin that dropped a bunch of items as it ran away. They're technically items from the settlement, so I'm not going to, just grab 3 item cards. Let's just say that's the unused equipment, like the bottle cap mine, the stim pack, and whatever else we had in storage, and we go back and collect them. So there you have it. The New Hope settlement managed to withstand a second attack on it a little bit easier than I thought it would go, and certainly better than the first one where they had some of their gear stolen, if I remember rightly. But of course there is the worry that someone clearly has a vendetta against them and is willing to rile up the super mutants to go and get them. So on that note, we are concluding Season 1 here. I had no idea it would be as popular as it would be when I started it, or that the story would be so adaptable when started. Because at first it was just a document thrown together, here's some a handful of quest ideas to do some a loose narrative around the settlement getting started using the settlement mode rules. And it grew into more than that. It became more focused on how to like fit in a story to it, and also work around consistently rolling terribly for anything involving these poor survivors just trying to live a day in their life without getting shot. So that has been very fun, and if you have enjoyed this series, I would encourage you to show your support both for a second season, and if you can spare it, maybe try pressing the thanks button on this video and giving a little tip. That would help support what I do here, and also encourage a second season, and also help pay for miniatures for a second season. Although on that note, I do have ideas percolating. I have a couple of ways this could go. I don't want to give spoilers, but I have a couple of ways I feel like I want to take this going forwards, focusing less on just like grinding the settlement mode and more on adapting a little story just to put these people in predicaments and see what happens. But you can let me know what kind of thing you want to see. There will, regardless of which way it goes, be a small hiatus before season 2. Got to plan it out a little bit, plan out quest overviews. And if you are interested in the quest overview I've been using for this season, remind me when this video eventually goes live, and as a free to everybody post on Patreon, you won't need to be a patron to see it. I'll just copy paste the document into there in case any of you want to run the scenarios yourself, or if you want a sneak peek at how things could have went if any of the other little hidden bonus missions had been found. One of them was bad, so we actually managed to avoid tragedy by actually killing that young Deathclaw, let's put it that way. But there's a couple of other things we could have done had results been better. So on that note, thank you again sincerely for watching the season. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had fun doing it, and let's hope that in season 2 New Hope does a little better, even if they are being hounded by someone holding a grudge. Until next time, ta-ta for now.